seen her for what she was, and they sent me all the voice notes. She's obviously gone at the fact freak quite a lot. But thankfully through this, one of the positive things is the fact freak and I became, friends, and we often, if he sees something that I need to know about and vice versa, we'll send each other to keep each other safe, I guess, because I don't think people understand the extent that this woman will go to. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. And I can only say so much because, as I say, going forward, if I do then decide to press charges, I do update the police. I just literally have a link where I have to send any new evidence to. But again, I've seen so many do this, and, the first thing that said to me was just block her. I was like, I don't think you understand. Somebody like this doesn't.
I'm still here. I'm just looking for the.
Yeah, the voice notes are there. There's one with a fact freak on. I think that.
There's one with what? Sorry.
There's the fact freak's face on one of them, and that's the voice notes for the social services. There's two, which is the phone call she made to one of my friends. I mean, that's yeah.
Can I please say something? I'm going to do a deep dive on everything that she does because I work on the same thing that you do, right? I'm a survivor myself, and I work with survivors and victims all the time. And what she is doing is giving a really bad name to the rest of us that are fighting every single day, right? So I will follow you and I will contact you because I really want to help in what you are doing as well. But I want to find out, because as a coach, certain things that you have said that she has done, like doing the things through voice notes or whatever, you cannot do that. Is certain things that we are allowed and we are not allowed to do as counselors and therapists and coaches. And coaches cannot speak with survivors without the proper training, because you have to have the proper training to speak to victims and survivors.
Can I just ask a quick question? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, I just want to say how amazing you are for, spreading awareness, coming on alive and telling us what she's done to yourself and other people. I think you're really brave. But I do have a question, and I do come across very blunt, so I apologise for that. It's just the way I speak. Was you aware what she'd done to a minor before you befriended her?
Of course not.
So was it after that you were friends and then it all come out, sort of thing?
We had been, she'd obviously found, well, she had bright pink hair the months leading up to following me on TikTok. The police actually showed me her bright pink hair, and then she quickly dyed it back to blonde. So I have all those as well. She then befriended me on TikTok, so she must have followed me and was watching me. Then she reached out to me on TikTok and said, hey, I've been watching your lives. I think you're amazing. I'm a professional. These are the qualifications I have. Next time you do a live in regards to DV or narcissism, please let me know. A few days later, on a live, I often have maybe 6, 7 other ladies in there. We share our experiences, just everyday life, I suppose. She joined, no problems. She was coming on my lives maybe 2, 3 times a week for about a 4-month period. And then on one live, the comments started coming in from a lady, which happened to be a past victim, who I now know who it is, obviously, but at the time I didn't, who was basically saying, do you know you've got a pedalo, can I say that word?
Yeah.
In a pedalo on your live, and me and my mods were all a little bit like, who is, thinking it was a troll, in all fairness. This lady by this time obviously had quite a big following. She did get up to 10.4k. As the no contact coach. She'd written books, remember? I was advertising her books. She was doing coaching 1-to-1. She had lots of clients. There was absolutely no reason to... I didn't know her real name, just the no contact coach, and I knew she was called Lucy. Now, her books are not written under her real name. They're under Hawksby, I believe. So if you were to Google that name anyway, nothing would show but her books on Amazon. Her books are sold in Waterstones. Her books are sold in Taggart. There was no reason to believe anybody was anybody but who they said they were. Call me naive. Call me vulnerable. or just call me somebody who wouldn't search up somebody's real name on TikTok. So from that, I then received a message on TikTok who basically said, I don't think you're aware of who you're talking to. This is a real name. Please Google her. And I did. And it just happened to be the following night the Factory did the deep dive on her, which then clarified what I'd read. I obviously approached Lucy. I still got those screenshots of basically saying, I think I just put WTF Google. I was absolutely, and that's when her spiel on, he was a week off 16, he was a fully grown man, he chased me, he wanted it. It all fell out basically, and at this time I've got my 15-year-old son stood next to me. I think he had a kind of tuner, and he was like, "Oh, Mum, can you open this?" And I just thought, 15. My 15-year-old still can't use a tin opener, and you're telling me that when you look at a 15-year-old, you just like what? It was. I can't really explain the feeling of how a 38-year-old woman would even be able to look at a 15-year-old little boy, and I'm having to tell mine to tie his laces and put a coat on because it's raining. Yeah. And that's basically how we met, TikTok. And reading her real name. I think at that time it was, I'm going to say that's the wrong word to use. The headlines were basically about the boy and what she'd done. Obviously, as you delve deeper into it, I still didn't know she'd had stalking convictions for a start. Everybody just refers to the boy. But actually, if you delve deeper into it, she was also charged and arrested for threatening, trying to get the words correct for TikTok, using a sharpened tool on her ex. So there's other charges and convictions in amongst all this too, which shows she was the perpetrator and not.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Didn't she give you her real name when she was coaching you at all?
Did what, sorry?
Didn't she give you her real name when she was coaching you?
No, not once. Never knew her real name once, no.
Well,
because she said obviously the no contact coach was her business name, so that's I knew her name was Lucy. She said her name was Lucy. Obviously she advertised a book, so I believed her surname was Hawksby. But never once was her the surname I do know that she is now was used, no. Which is obviously why she never gave that out clearly. Because the minute you if you were to Google Lucy Hawksby, which is the name on her books, all you find is nice 4 books. They're in Amazon, Waterstones, Taggart. She looks like a genuine author.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Exactly. I'm just, flabbergasted because I know all the rules that we have to abide to, you know what I mean? And I don't know how to explain it. I'm just, as someone that does the same job, or that's the job because she doesn't, I'm just feeling so bad that you have to be in that situation after everything that you have gone through as a victim, because that's like re-victimizing you once again.
I think she finds us on TikTok. I think we make easy targets. She obviously does lives on narcissists. She'll see women commenting that we've been abused or used or whatever wording we can use. And then she'll say, well, I can help you.
But
she does the lives of narcissists because she's a narcissist herself, so she knows exactly what to say and do.
But that's being evil within itself, going and find someone is being abused and then re-abusing them again. Do you know what I mean? That's evil within itself. Because that's just madness. You know, it's something that as a therapist, I'm getting so angry at the moment. I'm getting so angry. Because I keep thinking how many people she's done this to, that now they have no one to turn out to. Do you know what I mean?
There's many. Yep, there's many.
Well, you need any, I just said it, I will have to put myself on silence. But you need any help or whatever, just give me a shout and I'll help you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Jessica just said she's checked Waterstones and can't find it there. Maybe they've took it down.
We have contacted Amazon, Waterstones, and I don't believe Target's a UK one, so it may be.
The Target's US, I think.
Okay, it's definitely on Amazon. All 4 books are on Amazon.
There are differences in legalities when it comes to coaching and being a counsellor. Yeah, there is.
As a coach, you help people with their life problems or whatever. As a counselor, you have done psychology, so you can actually help with the mental health problems that the trauma has caused. They are 2 different things. With coaching, you help with day-to-day things. With, for counseling, you have to actually have a degree to do it. For coaching, you can have a £9 certificate online.
She was also fully aware of my medical diagnosis of bipolar disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder when she became my friend and coached me.
Damn. She's definitely targeting vulnerable people.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's the thing, because when you have a complicated disorder like you do, yeah, that you cannot have coaching. You have to have a proper therapist, because they are the ones that know how to speak to you about that. Taking into account, your bipolar and everything else, because you have to speak about, I'm not going to speak about what bipolar and everything else is, but you have to speak in different ways depending on the mood that you are in. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'm kind of 14 years into my diagnosis, so I'm still under the mental health team, the secondary mental health team.
Exactly, well, that's what I'm saying. As a coach, she doesn't have the tools to speak to someone that has a mental diagnosis. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just going at so many bad levels. I'm getting really, oh my God.
And I made it very, very clear to her. Well, she knew about my diagnosis, because that's why I was on TikTok, kind of raising awareness of how amazing mums we can still be, even though we have a mental health condition, and all positive. The Positivity Queen is my main account, which is where she followed me from. So she knew that I spread awareness of the positivity, we can be incredible people even though we have a diagnosis. So she was fully aware. And I said to her on coaching, just bear in mind, obviously, my diagnosis, because bipolar can be very, a lot of the things that happen to me, there's still quite a lot of triggers. There's a lot of trauma. Post-traumatic stress never goes away. And she was, no, and she just basically said, anything I said, she would just say, oh, they're a narcissist. Well, I would say, well, my abuser wasn't a narcissist. He was an abuser. He was a horrible, cruel man for 11 years, but he wasn't a narcissist. And she would...
Yeah, they are 2 different things. A narcissist is an abuser, but an abuser can be an abuser without being a narcissist. That's why, that's what I'm saying, that if you are specialized on it, then you can work on it. But, if you have PTSD and on top of it, you are bipolar, it's a very different way that it needs to be worked with you than just a coaching. You know what I mean? Because it's certain things that a coach cannot help you with because they don't have the tools to do it. Why the hell have I gone to university and done what I have done if with a £9 certificate online, I could do the same thing? You know what I mean?
Completely.
Doesn't make no sense.
And as I say, thankfully, I had 14 years of professional therapy with psychiatrists and community psychiatric nurses. And I wasn't asking her for mental health. It was her saying, please use me. Tell me about your past. Let me help you figure things out. And then in return, tell people I'm amazing and advertise my coaching business, which is what I did. And then I found out her real identity and spoke out. And that's when she used my whole 3 days coaching sessions, voice notes, to threaten I'm either quiet or she's going to release them to my past abuser and to my children. Now, my children aren't fully aware of the domestic violence home they were raised in. They were 3, 4 and 8 when I left, so they don't remember a lot, thankfully. They've also had, lots of counselling.
Sorry to interrupt you. Can someone from Ghost or Sarah, someone message Shaz in the comments there? If you don't mind, please. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you then. Just I was reading that down.
No,
unless Ghost is in here. Is Ghost in here or do you want me to jump off and deal with it?
You might not have to jump off. I think you just click on a name and you should get your message.
It's my thinking face. Shut up, you.
We all know what you're thinking, like.
Well, I will just tell you that from one survivor to another, I'm so proud of you. So proud. You know, you are a really strong lady. You know,
You share back up to the ghosts.
You know, it took me a long time to talk about what happened to me, but doing what you are doing and helping other people, it actually makes it better because you are helping other people that hasn't gone through, you know, you have already gone through the worst almost. So you are helping other people to go through it.
And I think I left my domestic violence marriage 16 years ago. So for her to now start
it's a legal matter.
bringing it up.
Sorry. Ghost with online protection. Are you in here still? If you are, could you quickly message Shaz? Maybe.
If it's a legal matter, I don't think I can cover it, can I?
It'll be ghosts then.
The ghosts?
Carry on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you the second time. I apologise.
Please don't. No, and as I say, you know, I've had 16 years of healing. And, you know, her laughing about my teeth or, you know, I mean, she knows I had a 17-year severe problem with food. And, you know, every day she calls me fat and frumpy and it's just her way of trying to trigger, which I just find absolutely appalling. You know, this woman is pretending to be a professional coach, yet she daily body shames, she belittles,
Is that the one I've just listened to, Fat Freak, and she says something about fat?
Yeah, she's forever calling me fat. Yes, so I was 6 stone at my worst, malnutritioned in and out of hospital. And, you know, I'm now a very healthy 9 stone and bodybuild. And she calls me fat on a daily basis. Like, I'm a size 10 woman. You know, it's...
I don't know if this is a voice recording or not, but I've got...
That's the fact freak. That's her threatening to go to social services.
I know, I worry about my voice being quite aggressive and threatening.
Yeah, you sound pathetic.
It's bad when I'm walking, I'm all uptight and I'm all stressed.
So she tried to make a video to basically blackmail and threaten people to being quiet, or she was going to report them to social services maliciously.
As I am. We need to get her real name and we need to get her local area somehow. For some reason I've got that second name is Little, but I used to have a friend called Emma Little, so that's probably why. We need her name and we need a local area.
Yes, it is a crime.
She'll be in the police system because of all the domestics, whether or not
It's horrible.
she brought back is irrelevant. She'll be in the system. I'd like her local area anyway, because I'm thinking about being an absolute cunt and going to social services about those poor wee grandchildren that she's fucking
I'm thinking about being a cunt and reporting her to social services. That's absolutely vile. Now, for the next clip,
chronic pink hair, black roots, body image issues, and I think it's...
Oh, this is her attacking the positivity queen.
Like
I think it might be somebody else.
Rummy accent.
She says the same insults for fucking everybody.
Right? She calls herself the positivity queen.
Oh, right, there we go.
That's not Emma, right? Don't know who the fuck... This is accountability queen. This is some
there we go.
tramp that sort of jumps in...
No contact coach. Threatening to make malicious reports to social services. All right? I'm sure she won't mind me playing this because it's just vile.
I know, I worry about my voice being quite aggressive and threatening.
Yeah, you sound pathetic.
It's bad when I'm walking, I'm all uptight and I'm all stressed.
So
it's disgusting. Absolute disgusting. And I appreciate you letting me play that. Thank you.
Obviously. No,
can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of many. So when she mentions the positivity queen, Emma, that's obviously myself. My main account on TikTok is the positivity queen. My real name is Emma, and I have bright pink hair and often have dark roots. So yes, it's never ending. The phone call to my friends are quite
I've got
nice.
that now. When my stalkers start stalking and phoning around my real friends, do you want me to play that?
Please do. This is my friend. This is my friend that she finds her phone number. There's 2 videos.
I know I help a lot of people. Right. So I'm listening to the story. I connected with she had about 9,000 followers at the time. And I said, look, she was trying to be like an architect, and which is like, fuck, fine. And I'm nobody. So I said to her, I think I'll help you me because I'm good at what I do, I'm good at what you do, which is blathering shite, basically. And so we had this agreement, and she was more than happy from the July, August, September, October, so nearly 4 months. She used me, and maybe I used her, I don't think so. But we find performance. And then that fact feed started. And Emma knew my situation. Because I actually went out, once Emma became a moderator for me, I went out my way to tell her my situation. I said, look, there's something you need to know. I did something really bad in 2016. I've written a book on it, because I'm not hiding, I've never hidden it. I said, but I don't promote it, because why would you? But I don't hide, there's a difference. And I said, look, I did this thing, blah, blah, blah. I just want you to know, and I feel, obviously, it's the worst decision of my life, yada fucking yada. And I exposed myself to her in that way, in voice notes and what.
Yeah, I'll end the voice. Right, if you want to hear that, go to Stalk's account, and you'll see it in the videos down. It says, when my stalker starts stalking and phoning around my real friends. So if you go and listen to it, you can hear it, because I can hear it. It's just it's not coming through right on the live. I apologise for that. Try and see if I can get another one.
If you go to my pinned post, there's 2.
And I tried to go about you can look at my socials and you'll maybe get 1 or 2 weeks and I just do my own thing and then maybe I bite. Yeah, I do bite.
I don't know if you can hear this one.
Yes.
But to be fair, you've said a lot of offensive things about people with mental health.
Is at least I've got my own teeth.
I'm not like that. I'm on about people with mental health, borderline personality disorder, stuff that you said about them.
I've actually got borderline clients.
Yeah,
I actually think I've got borderline, but they refuse to diagnose me because I'm too fucking clever. But you know what? Would any of that mean I should have death threats?
I'm not saying you should have death threats. I just never said that once.
Sound like you're smoking and chewing on the weed because you sound fucking puffed up.
I'm smoking a fog.
Right, good. Well, I gave up cigarettes 23 years ago. Nobody celebrates that. But it's like...
Well, I'll send you a card in the post.
There's no... Well, you should actually, because it'd be nice to have somebody actually say, well done.
Right, well, send us your address. I'll send you a well done card.
Instead of being a cunt, actually. Instead of being cunts. Because people are just cunts all the time, aren't they? Emma's a cunt. Emma looks like she smokes 20 fags a day. What a hard paper round, right? A fucking hard paper round. I'm sick to death of being called old and ugly by these women. Not one could lick my boots. Not one. I'm not offensive about BPDs at all. I think I've got BPD, but people refuse to diagnose me. What I do say about BPDs is that unhealed BPDs can be very dangerous.
You have said on multiple lives that I have been on that all BPDs are on methadone and lay on their couches all day, which is why I message you on Instagram.
I said that, by the way, if you're on BPD, you're a BPD. What I have said is that an awful lot of Emma's pals do look like methadone heads. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I don't think you're referring to fucking me.
Well, I don't know what you look like. I don't even know who you are.
Well, you must do if you've got a number and you know what TikTok
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't go out my way. All I know is you're on her list.
So what is your game? Are you going through the list?
Because I'm going to go through every single one and let them know that I know they're on the list. Because I tell you now, it's going with the police. Because I'm not having this anymore. I'm tired, Paul. I'm tired.
Yeah, I was tired too, and then you woke me up. Started screaming at me.
No, but I'm actually emotionally tired. I don't work. What's your job? What's your job, darling?
Because I don't have a job.
You don't have a job, but I do, right? I have to work, right? I have to work. I definitely do have BPD, but nobody will diagnose me because I'm a fucking fantastic masker, right? And I gave up drugs, right? I love drugs. Oh my god, I love drugs. They were fantastic. I gave it up to look after my kids. And I'm sick to death of people who don't work, who do indulge in drugs, and I'm not saying you, right? But who have given in to their personality disorders or their mental health disorders, who sit there and they annihilate my life. I'm tired of that, right? I'm tired. And I want people to leave me alone. You can go to gym, you can walk around parks, you can take trazodone, I highly recommend it. Not necessarily diazepam because you haven't really lost the weight you're wanting, but it just leaves me alone.
I'm not fucking doing anything to you.
You're judging me, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I've got kids in my age, so yeah, I do judge for that.
That's fine, you can judge me, but you don't need to go on social media and do it. You can judge me in your head, you can judge me with your friends. It's not for you to judge me.
I have not judged you on social media. The only two things I have thought about you on social media was correcting your back.
Forward from now, I would really request, if it's possible, if you could control yourself, please. To please not mention my name on social media anymore. And if you see
On social media, I've got
if you join a WhatsApp group, and if you see anything about me again, please report it. Because I just want to
coming up and sharing their story to everybody, but if anyone is affected and does need some support, feel free to drop myself a message or contact Sarah, and Sarah will send you over my way. Again, as I said, the group Walking Tall, non-profit organisation here on TikTok. As I said, I've tagged him into my post, so if you do want to go and have a look, feel free to. But if anyone does need any support, my inbox is always open to anybody. And I'm always good. I'll be in Sarah's lives anyway. So if you do see me and you want to speak to me, just drop me a message or at me, and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. But yeah,
you do work, don't you, as well?
Everybody.
So if he doesn't get back straight away, he's not ignoring you. He is working.
Yeah, so I do work. Currently working within the security sector, and is looking to progress further within another field. But I do have vast knowledge on laws and stuff like that within the UK. So if anyone does need any advice in terms of that, feel free to also let me know. All right, I'm going to drop down.
Thank you so much, Well Shelby.
No problem.
That
And
followed on
thank you, Sarah,
beautifully
for
from
letting
that.
me coming up.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for the services you offer. We appreciate you. Thank you.
There's no problem.
Thank
everyone
you
have a
so
good day.
much.
God bless everyone, and
Big loves.
stay
Big
safe.
Loves. Ta-da, my babe. Big ta-da.
So.
What a lovely life. I just thought that flowed on quite nicely, from what Emma said. If anybody is triggered or upset by what they've heard, there are people out there like the Welsh Shelby who can offer support. There are trained professionals in his lives. So, yeah. But I believe this is how this sort of thing should be done. You raise the awareness, then you show there is support services as well available for those that are affected. And again, guys, none of us could do this without you guys supporting us, without the shares, the taps, your comments, feeling safe enough to open up and 2 seconds spray can, that you feel safe enough to speak out in our lives. I really appreciate that respect from each and every one of you. No, at the end of the day, it happens. You've done absolutely amazing. Thank you for coming up and sharing your story.
Donna requested the box. Share the phone call. It's relevant.
Sorry, what? I don't talk, stuffed face.
Who said that? No, I'm reading that. Donna request the box. Share the phone call experience. Who's Donna?
Donna is one of my friends. Oh, okay.
Right, I think she's just requested. Yeah.
Lucifer phoned her. What, today?
Hi, Donna.
Hi.
Yeah, so I'm one of Start on TikTok's close friends.
Right.
I've been with her basically since day one of this vile I won't even call her a human being.
It's a beast.
Yeah, the beast.
And the
stalking her.
moderators are now mini beasts.
Yeah. We actually Emma did like a community, and we all joined. She had them all in there and got phone numbers. No, I'm in protection from my ex-abuser / narcissist.
Right.
And she got my quite a few phone numbers from this TikTok, from the WhatsApps group, and actually phoned me. No, I'm in a very vulnerable situation. And it was basically, she was calling me a bully. I only had literally a 30-second phone call with her, and I asked her not to phone me again and blocked her number. But it was like, how the heck have you got my number? And when
Yeah,
she said
that's
that, she's got
scary,
this
man.
wall and stuff. But obviously, being in protection, it's like she keeps saying about reporting people who have got disabilities and who are on benefits, but who are on TikTok, basically saying that we shouldn't be on TikTok.
Why?
Because of our mental health. If our mental health's that bad, then we shouldn't be on TikTok.
Wow.
So she was actually going to report
TikTok
me
can help
and a
people,
few
so
others
help
to
people's
the...
mental health.
Sorry?
TikTok can help people's mental health, so they can't be saying that. It's a load of shit.
Yeah.
This is probably the only bit of fucking outside world some people can get. So she can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so it's basically when when all this happened with me, so it's a year ago, I actually came across the beast, and I was actually going to speak to her when I actually came across Emma. I'm so glad I came across Emma, because if I'd listened to her, the beast,
I should have opened you up like a can of worms and exposed you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here now, and that is the honest truth, because some of the things that she's actually said in the past have actually triggered me so badly, and I've had to speak to Emma or other people to basically stop me from doing stuff because of my ex. But she triggers me so much with it, and some of the stuff she says. I mean, one of my best friends is a mental health nurse, and she actually spoke to her. She actually joined you commented on one of her lives, didn't you? And basically she said people with what is it, BPD?
There we are. Yeah.
That's not a mental health, or people with narcissism isn't a mental health. And my best friend, like I say, who is a mental health nurse, needs to get her facts right. And
could you get her to drop a call to my doctors as well, please?
Yeah, but apparently she needs to jump. My friend needs to jump off a bridge.
Wow! And she's supposed to be a trained coach
she doesn't
or whatever.
know what she's talking about.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I even went up to Emma, where she lives, because I wanted to meet her face to face, and to say, I'm here to support you. You've supported me through so much this past year, and she's I can't even express how much I love her to pieces. She's one of the most helpful people when it comes to domestic violence and things like that. But this creature, she should just go sailing away.
No, you need to hear positive stuff, Emma, as well, because I don't think today, God knows how many women you have actually helped and given strength to.
She has.
She
Yeah.
really, truly has.
And she's so humble, which is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's literally at the end of a message or at the end of a phone call, no matter what she's going through. If I was in a really bad place, she would pick that phone up and she would literally be there for me or for anybody else who's struggling. So same as Phoenix. She's exactly the same, and it's a really,
It's heartbreaking that someone like her, that thing there, can do so much.
What is it she said about people with ADHD? It was about children with ADHD, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Basically saying,
Is there two of you together? Are you together with somebody else?
my
there?
best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was spinning out there. I was like, who's talking? I can't see a box lit up.
She said something about children with ADHD. It's because of the mothers probably smoking and drinking.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's why they turn out with ADHD, because the mothers are drinking and smoking while pregnant.
But her child's got additional needs. She needs to be careful with things like that.
Yeah. These are some of the things that haven't even been listed from what she's said, and she's an absolutely vile woman.
She really is very dangerous. The more I hear about her, she is making my skin crawl.
Yeah.
She is, because I can actually say my daughter's got ADHD and autism and other issues. I've never smoked, and I have never took a sip of alcohol during her pregnancy and my other 2 pregnancies.
Yeah, I agree with you, Child Protection Team. She is the worst woman I've ever heard of. When people think that it's just men, no. This one is vile. I believe this is the worst one I've had to raise awareness on. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the more I hear,
she has done as well. She actually took. I was in Emma's live. I'm going back. This is beginning of this year, I think it was. She actually took screenshots of all of us in the live. And she plastered it all over her TikTok and all over her Instagram. Now, my friend messaged her and said, get my friend's picture off your TikTok and off your Instagram. She's in protection. She should not be on your social media. She basically told my friend that I deserved everything that was coming to me.
Wow. What's this all about? Being sent this live for awareness, but I am confused. Right, this is Lucy Jorge. She was convicted in 2017 she's a convicted paedophile. In 2017, she was inappropriate with a 15-year-old boy as revenge to the boy's mother. She was put on a 3-year SHOPO. That is now null and void. That is no longer active. That time is spent. The punishment for what she did to this child was 3 years community payback. That is it.
But yeah, if it was a bloke, they'd be in prison.
Yes. She has also been done on numerous occasions. I can't even list the years now. She has been done numerous occasions for stalking. She stalked a social worker, another adult female. And the last charge was this March, just gone. She used to be on this app as no contact coach. She is now under the act of thriving through hate. But through...
Oh, sorry.
I know. It's vile, isn't it? That's ridiculing everybody in a roundabout way. So thriving through hate, and through is thank you, well, Shelby. I appreciate you. We've had Emma up in the box today, who has disclosed what Lucy has put her and her family through. Obviously, Donna's just explained what she's been through. This woman is prolific. She is back on this app offering therapy sessions, basically, for people that have come from a narcissistic relationship. The ironic thing is she is the narcissist.
Did Emma explain as well about the comment? What was it she made? If people want to know a backstory with the lad, then they would have to pay her through a counselling session, and she would gladly sit there and tell them exactly what she did, but they have to pay her.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
she's trying
£35.
to make money to this day on what she did to that young boy.
Yes. So basically, rather than come out and tell her story on TikTok or Instagram or whatever else
where we can all
social media
share
she's
it,
on, she wants people to pay for the counselling session, and she will sit there and gladly tell them exactly what she did to the boy.
I actually feel physically fucking sick.
£35 a session.
Oh, and she does have custody of her 13-year-old child as well. Just slip that in there. Because she is... Yeah, Shane, this is unreal.
We seen her on a live, didn't we? And it was... How she could say that to her 13-year-old son that has additional needs is beyond me. Asking him... if he wants, she would gladly pay for a prostitute for him.
Yeah, and if he wanted an alcoholic drink with her.
How we all doing?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad this little woman's being spoken about.
Can I just also add, she did send her minions over to get me blocked this morning.
Yeah, she
I had my live ended.
That's one thing.
I had my live ended. I appealed it. I won my appeal.
Yeah, that's a Lucy move. That is. She I don't know if you mentioned it as well. She also made comments as to how the boy was shit anyway.
Yeah, he didn't last long, etc. And his breath smelled, etc. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Talking about a guy that she literally, the way I see it is, she raped him. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's statutory rape. He's under 16. Oh, did you hear what she said on a live this morning as well? Because the child was over the age of 14. Is she
back now on the app?
She was live this morning.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But she is now using the act of thriving through hate.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's bonkers, isn't it? It's like
I just have no words. And you know, people think we only go for men or we only go for a race, etc. Men. No, we're going for, look, if you're wrong and you're wrong and this is a woman, she's a wrong and we've lit you up.
That's what I'm saying. Even like to do what you've done, but then like, I don't know, like try and make money and everything like that from it. It's just fucking, it's madness.
Yeah. She's still offering sessions, etc.
What her what's it called? She was doing like a no contact coach or something on it.
Yeah, no, but she's now just coming back saying that she can offer. I've got to be careful of the words I'm used. What words did she use, guys? Because I can't say counselling if it's not counselling. Was it a counselling session or a coaching session?
So that's what I like about you. You don't just chuck shit out there. You make sure you get your words right before you say it.
A coaching session. Okay, so she's offering coaching sessions for £35.
She's just got off another stalking charge, didn't she? Or something like that?
Yes, in March, beginning of March.
Yeah, she went to court, I know, because there was quite a few people from over my side that were on her, Soxy and all that were on her case, and that's how I know that what she's like, because she was getting their accounts like nannered all the time.
Yeah.
Holly.
Oh, she's literally got a whole page in my little black book here. She's literally got a whole page to herself.
Good.
Yeah.
Absolute wrong one. Right, I thought I'd just pop on. I see you on there, and I thought I'd come in and say hello to everyone.
I appreciate you. Oh, this is Emma, who is actually one of her victims.
Oh, Emma, how you doing? You all right?
Hello, my lovely. It's coaching. She uses the word coaching,
Okay, I have
which
to
is
use
why
correct words,
she's.
otherwise I'll be done for defamation of character, all that crap.
Mama, I did hear that. I did hear that she's associated herself with fucking Tuna, Kev, and all that lot as well.
And
They're
Feisty.
now best friends. Yes.
God, they say
Feisty's
women
tried to
stick
come in
together.
today. Apparently, she's done. She's exposed myself and Emma on a post or something. I couldn't give two knobs of goat's poo, quite frankly, but
Well, I have Feisty's voice notes where Feisty and Lucifer are trying to falsify a SA case against the fact freak. So I have all those voice notes as well.
Yeah, good. Right, big up everyone. I'll pass back by in a bit, yeah?
and you, my lovely, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate
Big up
you.
to everyone in the chat. Big love.
Big up yourselves. Thank you.
Bye, lovely.
Take care.
Yeah, I think it's this coaching thing, isn't it? And I think that's how she's getting around being able to claim as a professional, because as we know with therapists, they have to be registered on a certain kind of database, and anybody can become a coach. And I think that's the danger, isn't it?
Yes, particularly in the area that you're offering. You are such a vulnerable person when you come fresh out of that situation, because you have been so controlled and abused for so long. It's scary, the world, when you come out.
And those are particularly
She's up
women.
in Glasgow, I think, Sharon.
She is in Glasgow, yes. Yeah. And what she does is, so TikTok is like a breeding, it's like a playground for her. So she will attach herself to people like myself who raise awareness around DV, mental illness, having narcissistic exes, and she will watch people's lives and start adding all these vulnerable women. And then she'll send them a message saying, "Hey, I'm Lucy.
She's done it to viewers in this chat today.
Okay. I'm a 4 times author. I'm a DV survivor. I'm a narc survivor and thriver. And I now have all these qualifications and I can coach you and I can help you thrive after abuse." And she makes it sound as if she is a professional who cares, who wants to help, when underneath she's the actual abuser and the narcissist, but she is so good at emotionally manipulating. You believe her. I believed her. She's so good at what she does, at finding victims.
Sharon, she's doing it, people, all over. Absolutely all over.
She wouldn't do that to anyone in Glasgow. She would get destroyed. Sharon, she does do this to people in Glasgow. She has many victims there, sadly. The Welsh Shelby. Hello, my lovely. I was a support worker for 3 years and I only use the qualification I have to support people. And again, I think that's what I found very strange. If you watch her, say you watch her for 30 minutes, I can most guarantee within those 30 minutes, she is going to broadcast how many qualifications she has, how many books she's written. She will say, for 20 years, I've worked in the voluntary charity sector. Actually, what you mean is you've had community service.
Oh my God.
But it's the truth. When she says, I've worked in the charity sector, I've given volunteer hours after. No, that's community service given by a judge.
No, is that how she plays that off?
Yes. So if you were to look, if you look at her qualifications, so she'll say, I've got all these years in the charity sector. No, you had community service. That's not charitable work. That's not volunteer work I have worked for the NHS, paid and volunteer. I've also done so much with DVD charity. I don't broadcast that because I don't need to. But I did the volunteer work because it was a subject that I am so passionate about. When I left my DV marriage, Refuge helped me, and you just want to give back sometimes. But she says it as if she's got up off her lazy backside and been passionate about this and wanted to help people. No, you stood in a courtroom and you were convicted of being a pedophile. You were convicted of stalking vulnerable women. This was your punishment. You were given community service. She's on community service as we speak, and she stood in a blue boiler suit, laughing, saying she looks gorgeous and everybody loves her there. That is
Oh,
punishment to the woman you've just been committed of stalking. That victim has to see that picture. She has no remorse, zero accountability for her actions. She's taking pictures of herself in her blue boiler suit saying, well, at least I rock it, don't I look incredible?
wow.
There's no accountability.
No.
And then she jumps straight on TikTok. She buys herself 1,000 followers and jumps straight on TikTok while she's walking to community service to yet again speak about my children.
Yeah, there's 2 ghosts in here. No, just the ghost child protection team's in here. Just above where you've commented, Kez.
You know, nobody needs to broadcast their qualifications.
It's currently with what Emma's going through, she can't comment on it because it's in the system being dealt with. We're just raising awareness. She's already looked at my profile within 5 minutes of following it. Fucking
You'll
hell.
get a message.
She's
See a
just
message
saying,
and it'll say, hey, I'm Lucy and I'm a narc expert. No,
Yes,
you are
it is.
the narcissist.
Absolutely vile, isn't she?
Sharon, yes, the police are fully aware. The only thing I can discuss is anything that she's actually put out in the public, so to speak.
She's on the prowl, yeah. She's looking for fresh meat. Look out, people.
I'll be ready, guys. Yeah, the minute you look at her profile, she'll send you a message. And it talks a good talk, doesn't it? And if you can imagine somebody who's just come out of an abusive relationship, somebody who's just, you know, ended a friendship or a relationship or anything with a narc, and you have somebody like her who is spouting all this knowledge. You know, I've written 4 books. It sounds really good, doesn't it?
I fancy chicken. Is that Mr. Wong? I don't think he's live. No. He was live yesterday evening. Oh, he's vile.
It's all right. Sorry, hon. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just saying
It's okay.
across that live that I put in the comments on my FYP, and guys above just said to me, made aware of it. So
Okie dokie. No worries, my darling. Thank you.
that's okay. He just looks like a very vulnerable adult. So
Okie dokie. Yeah, they're going to probably jump on it now and have a look.
yeah, brilliant. Okay, all right.
Super. Thank you for making us aware. Thank you so much.
I'm going to jump back down now. It's just it literally come on my FYP, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah.
Oh, super. Thank you so much.
Sorry, stalked. I didn't mean to interrupt, honey.
That's all right, my darling. Red Rock, hi. Lucy Survivor here, and as a result, I'm doing a BSc Honours Forensic Psychology.
Oh, is that
Well
red?
done, you, my lovely. Red Rock. I always get scared with the name Red because one of Lucifer's main mods is called Red.
I can
and I know
vouch
it's
for
not
Red.
you.
I know
I
her.
just do you know when you say usernames and you just
No, I promise you, because if you notice, she's got 101 in her name, same as I
Well,
have.
do you know, and I think that's the trauma response. This is what happens when I see usernames now. It gives me that sickening thud in my stomach.
Yes. Yeah.
I apologize, Red. I know it's not you. It was just the red. But yeah, and again, going back to that particular red, Lucifer brags that this red is like something to do with the law. I don't know if she was meaning that she was a solicitor or something along those lines. So she's very good at, I've been to the police about you. I've got a friend who I blocked the red moderator earlier. Okay, so yeah, I haven't seen her around, to be honest, so I don't know if she is still supporting, but she certainly was. Now, another one that I want to raise awareness of, and I can say her name because we know it's her, is Lee Stewart. She is a woman, Lea. Now, Lee Stewart is The Fact Freak has already exposed her, so I can do because it's in the public domain and on his YouTube. She is a trainee mental health nurse in one of the hospitals in Edinburgh. She has messaged me, and with being a student mental health nurse, harassing a bipolar mother isn't the best thing to do. She has suggested that my children and the world would be better off without me in it.
Oh my word.
She has suggested that my children are FKED'd up because of me being a bipolar. This is a student mental health nurse who is sending these messages. Now, I have some very interesting voice notes from Lucifer, and in them, she clearly states that Lee Stewart, who is a student mental health nurse, there is basically only one mental health hospital in Edinburgh. I don't know, so I wouldn't, unless I knew what it was, I wouldn't call it. But I know she's based in Edinburgh, and that's where she's doing her report to the nursing board. I believe the Fact Freak has perhaps already done that. But the voice notes that I have very much indicate that Leah phoned social services on Lucifer's victims, has made numerous false allegations towards other victims' work placements. And again, I have all those voice notes. So this Lee, I always want to say Leah, but it's Lee Stewart, the Fact Freak has exposed on the deep dive.
Take care. Thank you for coming in.
And again, it just brings about, why are people supporting her? This Lee has been friends with her for many, many years.
I hope that girl's not abusing her power and looking into people's medical records.
I don't know. I don't know as a student mental health nurse whether or not she would be able to. The Fact Freak on the deep dive did say that he was contacting her place of work, and I believe that happened. But I don't think she worked there anymore, and she
If
was now
she's a
going into mental
student,
health.
yeah, no, if you report to if you find out the uni, I think it's only 7 unis that do mental health in Scotland. But if you report them to the uni, they can get kicked off their course and she won't get qualified. Because I'm doing a forensic psychology degree, and I'm telling you the rules and regulations around when you're doing like Bachelor of Science degrees and Master of Science degrees is really strict, because you're not allowed to pretend. Like, I can't say I know people on here that are doing a psychology degree and call themselves psychologists. Till you've got a PhD, you're not a psychologist.
Yes.
You know, I can have a psychology master's, and I'm not a psychologist. So she needs to be reported to the uni for sure.
I believe I'll have to have a chat with the Fact Freak, because I know he definitely he actually puts up where she works on one of his videos, and I believe
Pandora,
he may well.
what time did he say he was free? Is he still busy? Are you able to share this to him again, Pandora? If possible, please, my lovely.
He would be great to get in, because he has the full
he's just
knowledge.
an incredible human.
He has the full knowledge upon Lee, because he actually brought it to my attention. Lee also brags that she is being paid by Colin. Colin is Lucifer's partner, to do the dirty work on her behalf.
Oh, wow.
So she has been involved in this for a number of years, and while I understand that flying monkeys, we could perhaps think of them as also victims, I don't believe Lee is. I believe she enjoys doing what she's doing, and I just, as a bipolar, find it incredibly sad that we could be having somebody like her becoming a mental health nurse one day.
Yes, I totally agree. Clearly has no morals whatsoever.
It's not just that. If they're contacting people to help them, that's against everything they're taught anyway. You know, they're not allowed to contact you because you've said you've got bad mental health. You have to contact contact people for help. They're not allowed. My doctor's not allowed to say to me, right, you know, I need to sort your mental health out. I have to go to my doctor and say, I need help with this. Can you refer me?
Thank you, Pandora.
I'm not sure where she works. I know the Fact Freak does. I know he did it. I don't want to just say something I don't factual remember. But I know he. That's how I came about her. And then she began messaging me on Facebook, suggesting that because I'm a bipolar, my children and the world would be better off if I just wasn't.
This woman is just something else. I do believe this is genuinely the worst one I personally have exposed.
I had my face, sorry.
So Lee Stewart is another of her main flying monkeys. Is that what we call them? And again, mini beasts. And again, you know, I've had quite a few of them, you know, say horrible things, but I've always just put it down to, you know, they're afraid of her. I've actually had some of her moderators reach out to me privately.
They must be terrified of her.
Yeah, I've had a few reach out to me and say, look, Emma, you know, I know what she is, but like you, I used her as a coach, and I'm scared to leave this WhatsApp group after seeing what she's done to you.
That is absolutely horrific.
So I want you to know that I'm still in the WhatsApp group. You might see me on a live, but I promise you I won't be mass reporting you. I'm not behind her. I'm not supporting her, but we are afraid of her. So I know there's a few that feel that way. But this Lee, I don't believe she's afraid of her at all. I believe she thrives from it, and I believe she's being paid also.
Fucking hell. Do you know what? When I fired up this live this morning,
I have the messages. I have the messages where Leah admits that Colin is paying her as well. But obviously I can't really show them because there will be proof going forward.
Yeah, no, don't jeopardize anything.
It's quite scary.
When I fired up this live this morning, I genuinely did not imagine this much. I really didn't.
Oh, there's a lot more. There is a lot more what she's done to other people as well. But obviously that's
I will believe you.
Can't be talked about. But when, as Emma said, people are scared of her, I wouldn't say I'm not scared of her as a person. I'm scared of what she could actually do.
Her actions, yes.
Yeah, her actions could actually do some proper damage.
Yeah.
And like I say, having my telephone number with me being in protection,
she could put you in an awful lot of danger. Of danger.
Yeah, and putting my pictures all over
For Donna, of course, obviously, we're aware of her background, aren't we? Where she reaches out to her victims' exes. She's done this multiple times with all the victims. She did it to myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. So she used
everybody in that WhatsApp group. They are at risk of oh my fucking God.
Yes, which is why it's so frightening.
Yeah, this is why I was saying if I'd gone to
Donna is in witness protection due to severe DV. She has a court case coming up. She's in witness protection through the police. Donna is obviously a personal friend of mine and was in my WhatsApp group. Lucifer somehow put a mole in the group. Now, the WhatsApp group wasn't anything to do with Lucifer. It was a support group. There was 25 little groups made within the community. There was one for mums who were struggling with mental health. There was one for mums who had children diagnosed with this, that. There was
Sorry,
one
can I just interrupt you? I'm going to have to go make a coffee. I just need 5 minutes. That's really bothered me. I'm sorry that she's doing this to you. I'm just going to go make a coffee. Can I leave my mods for a minute to hold the fort?
Yes.
Keep discussing it. Keep going. I just need 5 minutes.
No, of course.